If you're looking for unique places to visit in Okinawa, look no further. Today, I'm going to share everything there is to do in the northeastern village of Higashi. Higashi is one of the only 3 villages that border the Yanbaru National Park, the other 2 being Ogimi and Kunigami. This subtropical forested area has everything: unique wildlife, scenic coastlines, mountains, rivers, waterfalls, and mangrove forests. In the northern part of the island, the villages are more rural and traditional than the towns and cities found in the south. You won't find any supermarkets or konbinis here. In this video specifically, I'm going to focus on Higashi Village, the smallest village on the main island of Okinawa. We'll go over some outdoor activities, foods to try, things to see, and I'll go over a few places to stay in case you want to turn this day trip itinerary into a multi-day adventure. Let's get into it, starting with outdoor activities. The first activity that I would absolutely recommend is kayaking through the mangrove forest. You can enjoy this activity year-round, and it's a very peaceful way to spend an hour or two. We took a guided tour with Hiro-san of East River Kayak, and we would definitely recommend you book a tour with him. He took Will and I out for an hour-long tour of the mangrove forest, where he showed us the different types of trees, showed us some crabs, and led us through a narrow stream which gave major jungle vibes. Hiro is an Okinawan native who has been a nature guide for over 10 years. He's one of the only guides who speaks English and loves hosting international travelers. You can tell he really loves his job, and we really enjoyed spending some time with him. You can book through his website, east-river.jp, where you'll see he offers 2 different courses. The first is a mangrove course, which costs 5,500 yen for adults and 4,500 yen for children. This is what we did, and it lasted about 1.5 hours from start to finish. He also has a mangrove forest and sea kayaking course where you can go into the ocean as well. This lasts about 3 hours and costs 7,000 yen for adults and 5,500 yen for children. We really enjoyed our relaxing tour with Hiro, and if you want to follow him on Instagram, you can follow him at east.river.okinawa. If you're looking for a little bit more excitement, head over to Yanbaru Adventure Farm. Here they have zip lines and an ATV course in their jungle forest park. They have 5 different zip lines you can go on, an activity that will last around 90 minutes and cost 5,500 yen for adults and 4,500 yen for children. At certain times of the year, they also offer nighttime zipline experiences. The ATV course lasts around an hour and is suitable for children 4 years and older. An adult ticket is 6,600 yen, middle school students between the ages of 11 and 15 are 6,000 yen, and children ages 4 to 10 are 500 yen. You can make a reservation on their website where you can pick the day, the time slot, and the number of people. If you want even more of a jungle experience, you can go on a hike. The Magic Mist Trailhead is one you'll find online. I've not done it, but the internet says it's a river trekking hike. Recent reviews say that it's a bit overgrown and has a lot of spider webs, but overall a good hike for those adventure seekers. Let's get out of the woods and talk about beaches and ocean views. The best ocean view is here at this observation deck, I think called the Takai Observatory. For beaches to hang out at, there are a few. The first is Nagahama Beach. Near the parking lot, there are outdoor showers and bathrooms. There is a staircase leading down to the beach, and I think this beach is probably more quiet and peaceful than the others. For a beach with even more amenities, there is Fukijigawa Seaside Park. Swimming is open on the weekends with a jellyfish net and a lifeguard on duty. There are bathrooms and paid showers, banana boat rides, kayak rentals, as well as camping spots available. Lastly, there is Upama Beach with 1 kilometer of sand and public restrooms as well. Now let's talk about food. When Will and I were up there, the first thing we did was go to Matayoshi Coffee Farm. The coffee beans here are grown, refined, and roasted all on the farm. From November to April, they even offer a visitor experience where you can harvest and roast your own beans. I paid 2,000 yen for this cup of coffee, which I know is insane, and enjoyed it in their greenhouse. They have other gourmet coffee from around the world for a much cheaper price. There's also a small cafe where you can get some lunch food. There's another coffee farm nearby called Hero Coffee Farm, which is a cafe attached to a similar type of coffee farm. They grow and roast their own coffee and serve up some light food options. Reviews online say their coffee jelly is super good. Besides coffee, Higashi is also known as the #1 pineapple village in Japan. You can buy some local pineapple products at the roadside Sunrise Station. They have pineapple syrups, dressings, jams, whole pineapples, and local handmade goods. We grabbed some frozen pineapple, which was amazing, and some ice cream from a nearby farm. The restaurant in that same roadside station, I think is called Restaurant Higashi Numahama, is also a good place to get a local meal. It can get pretty busy during lunchtime, but it's worth it to try their specialty, katsudon, made with local Agu pork. Agu pork, known as Okinawa Wagyu, from this region is super good because the pigs are fed lots of pineapples. A few other restaurants in this area are this restaurant, which is featured in the Higashi Village guidebook for lunch or dinner. The Kitchen Kana, which looks more like a little hut but actually got amazing reviews on Google and is said to have good taco rice. We had lunch at this restaurant that our kayak guide here recommended. It's run by an older couple and is known for their set lunch menus. I got the Okinawan soba and Will got the fried chicken. I believe it was cash only. Besides enjoying outdoor activities and eating all the food, Higashi Village actually has a lot of other stuff that you can do. For example, in March, 50,000 azaleas bloom at the Villagers Forest Azalea Garden. The town hosts an azalea festival to welcome spring and invites visitors to take pictures of all the vibrant blooms. In the summertime, also look out for the Higashi Village Industrial Festival, which happens in tandem with the normal summer festival. There are lots of activities, live performances, and evening fireworks. A really random thing to do would be to go see the Sakashima sappanwood tree, a natural monument in Higashi Village. It's said to be the largest tree of its kind on the main island of Okinawa and is actually a really nice little area. It's about a 5-minute drive from the Sunrise roadside station and has a little picnic area. Will and I were not expecting the waterfalls, so that was a nice touch. I will leave a link below to the Higashi Village Tourism Council's pamphlet, which has information about a ton of different interactive experiences you can have in the region. I'm really interested in the farm homestay experiences where they match you up with a local family. For 1 or 2 days, you can live with them and work on their farm. How cool is that? You can find the contact information to apply for this experience in the PDF that I will link below. If you don't want to stay at a farm, I have a couple of other places on my radar. The first is this rental. It's deep in the forest and is built on the banks of a river. It looks super remote and looks like a really, really cool place to stay. If you want a little glamping experience, there's also Gisashi Campsite that I've had on my list for a while now. There's also a cottage you can rent next to the Matayoshi Coffee Farm, and it's called Wara Yunya. It got amazing reviews and looks like you can order various menus and the food will be delivered right to the house from the owner. There are some other hotels in the area, but these are the few that look special and I've had my eye on. There you have it. For a small rural village, there is lots to do in Higashi. I've made lots of videos about Okinawa, from thrifting to battle sites to off-season itineraries. And if you're planning to visit, there's a good chance that you'll be stopping by Naha. I'd recommend that you watch this video next about 12 things to do in Naha, Okinawa's capital city. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Where's she over?